Brian is our resident world adventurer. He's the guy who has the job we all want to have. Today we're talking about a cool tour in the Purcell Mountains just on the other side of Invermere.
Yes, that's
Close
right.
by.
That's right. My first visit into the Bugaboos. We've all heard about the Bugaboos. Well, that is a climber's mecca. People come from all over the world to go to the Bugaboos. And right next to the Bugaboos, but still in the Purcell Mountains and with good close visual access to the Bugaboos, is a place called the Bobby Burns Lodge. And it's operated by a company called CMH.
Okay.
And CMH is known for its helicopter skiing, but during the summer, they run this program of heli hiking where they use the helicopter like a taxi, and it takes you from the valley bottom, from that remote lodge in the Purcells, and they drop you on places like this. And then you hike in paradise, Ted. It's absolutely amazing.
Look at that.
This is
what time of year is this?
This is in July last year.
Wow, okay.
And these are the types of meadows that are accessible by helicopter. And they don't use the helicopter as a sightseeing tool. They use it as a taxi.
It's
like
a taxi.
I say.
There and back.
Just to drop you off, and then you get into places like this. There's some ptarmigan that we came across, and this particular year we came across some young ptarmigan. We've seen good numbers of mountain goat up there, and of course the hiking is unbelievable. This is in such a remote part of the Purcell Mountains. Hardly anybody ever gets to go here, and so when you're there, it's basically just you and your little hiking group that you bailed out of the helicopter with. And here's my friend JF looking at a grizzly bear track.
Yeah.
We came across these tracks that had been
large paw print there. Right?
Yep, that's right, and that's a female, Ted, and because there was little baby tracks right next to it. And but I think one of the most unique aspects of what CMH has been able to do, they put up two of what they call via ferratas.
Okay.
Which via ferrata is an Italian word that means iron road, and they were put up in the Alps during Mussolini's time to get his troops safely from point A to point B.
Sure.
And they're throughout the European mountains, but here in Canada, I think there's 3 via ferratas now in our mountains. 2 of them are owned by CMH out of this lodge, and this is there's my wife climbing up right next to this waterfall.
Beautiful. There's even a rainbow.
It is exceptionally exciting. The via ferrata is a safe way to move up and down mountain slopes, and non-climbers can do this. All you have to do is be able to hike. And you get up into places like this. They have a cable system. You can see how my wife is dragging along a clip that you use that it prevents anything that could go wrong. It prevents that. And look at this. This is where the glacier ice just melted out, perhaps a couple of years earlier. And even there's life starting to bloom. That's some galena, some of the minerals that are exposed in this rock. And then the final part of the via ferrata takes you up right next to the snout of the glacier. So that's the ice that would have filled this valley just a few short years earlier, and revealing this kind of environment. And it gets very exciting here because you can see the glacier ice, and the ice underneath that, there's the water is flowing out, and then we're just about to crest over the top here, going up. It looks very. This is an incredible hike.
Who's that guy?
There we are. It looks very dangerous, but it is just exhilarating and a totally safe environment. You can see how Exactly. And then at the top, of course, there's always a bathing beauty ready to go for a swim in this gorgeous lake, and this was the end point. Apparently, they've put the via ferrata up even a little bit further from there, and there's a gorgeous view of Bugaboo Lake with one of the Bugaboo spires in the background.
This is just west of us.
It is. It's in our Canadian backyard. And Ted, I'm probably best known for all of the international travel I do, and yet I've been playing around in our mountains since my high school days. And to have access like this, where you can stay at a beautiful lodge, where the helicopter picks you up at the end of the day in time for your hot tub and your afternoon sundowner drink, and then you can.
And then away you go.
And then,
if people want to find out, how do they do that?
Just go to CMH, Canadian Mountain Holiday, just to their website. And in fact, there's a link up on your site right now. But Canadian Mountain Holidays, there is still space available on the trip that I'm going to be guest guiding on this July. So it would be a pleasure if people joined up and came. And every evening, I'm going to be giving a mountain-themed presentation during the 4 days that I'll be up there. And so we'll be entertaining the kids and the adults with a short presentation each night of some cool mountain location in the world.
Best job in the world, this guy, Brian Keating. Thank you so much. Good to see you, too, again, my friend.